Welcome back to Dinar and Dong Updates. Greetings, everyone. Welcome back to your trusted source for insights and updates on the Iraqi Dinar, IQD, and Vietnamese Dong, VND. I hope you are all doing well, and may happiness and prosperity follow you wherever you go. Today's video brings a comprehensive analysis of recent developments surrounding these two currencies, with insights from well-known commentators and gurus in the currency speculation community. Let's dive right into the most important highlights and opinions circulating around the Dinar and Dong spaces. Vietnam's strengthening relationship with the U.S. news hound and guru Hennig brought attention to a recent Reuters report, highlighting a significant geopolitical and economic development. According to the report, a high-level Vietnamese delegation was scheduled to visit the United States on May 1st for bilateral trade talks with key U.S. agencies. This move reflects growing cooperation between Vietnam and the U.S., potentially ushering in a new era of stronger economic ties. This kind of collaboration is not only strategic, but could also influence Vietnam's monetary policies. As both countries work to balance trade and navigate global economic pressures, the outcomes of these discussions may have a tangible impact on the valuation and international standing of the Vietnamese dong. Global financial shifts. A ticking clock? Another respected voice in the community, Intel news hound guru Mark Z, echoed the gravity of the May 1st events. Citing a post by MNT Goat from the same date, Mark Z emphasized that historical examples show how major monetary resets have often happened without much warning. According to him, the financial world can change in the blink of an eye, and although it may seem calm on the surface, preparations could already be underway behind the scenes. These global financial movements, while not confirmed, are closely watched by many currency investors. Mark Z believes that the ongoing geopolitical shifts, central bank maneuvers, and international trade realignments point toward the possibility of rapid transformations in the financial landscape. Vietnam's central bank moves to stabilize currency. Newshound guru Sandy Ingram turned her attention to internal monetary adjustments within Vietnam. The State Bank of Vietnam, SBV, has reportedly adopted a more flexible monetary framework in response to mounting pressure on the currency. One of the most notable changes is the shift away from a rigid exchange rate toward a managed float system. This transition allows the Vietnamese dong to fluctuate within a regulated band, helping shield the country from external shocks such as commodity price swings or trade disruptions. Sandy noted that this policy not only demonstrates Vietnam's growing economic maturity, but could also serve as a model for Iraq's central bank to consider. She suggested that a similar floating mechanism for the Iraqi dinar could inject greater transparency and adaptability into its valuation, especially as Iraq seeks to stabilize its financial infrastructure and integrate more fully with the international monetary system. Ground-level perspective from Iraq guest commentator and boots-on-the-ground source, Guru Maxis, shared his first-hand experiences from within Iraq. He reported that although the Central Bank of Iraq has maintained the official exchange rate at 1,310 dinars per US dollar, the street market paints a different picture. Maxis was able to purchase several million dinars at a rate of approximately 1,500 dinars per dollar, highlighting a significant disparity between the official rate and the actual market reality. This gap between the two rates is a long-standing issue that underscores the challenges Iraq faces in stabilizing its economy. It reflects a broader tension between official monetary policy and the lived experience of Iraqi citizens and investors on the ground. Optimism. Balanced with realism. Intel guru Mark Z addressed questions about whether recent delays or lack of visible progress have affected his outlook. He assured followers that his optimism remains strong. While he does not have an exact timeline, he reiterated that current global and regional developments continue to support the idea of a major currency event. Mark Z emphasized that historical patterns, combined with today's financial trends, are encouraging. In his view, we are moving closer to a window of opportunity for substantial change, even if the timing remains uncertain. Managing expectations. A word of caution. Newshound guru Pimpy injected a note of realism into the ongoing conversation. While he acknowledged the positive steps Iraq has taken toward economic stability, he urged the community not to get carried away with lofty expectations. Pimpy specifically addressed the notion that the dinar might suddenly be revalued to $3, $4, or even $5 per unit, a prediction he considers far from feasible in the current climate. Instead, Pimpy encouraged patience and a grounded perspective. The economic reforms and institutional rebuilding Iraq is undergoing are complex and will take time. While the direction is positive, expecting instant transformation is not realistic. Iraq's stability still a factor. Intel Newshound guru FNU further cautioned against assuming a currency revaluation is just around the corner. He pointed out that although Iraq is faring better than many neighboring countries in terms of governance and financial reforms, it still exists within a region fraught with uncertainty. FNU emphasized that none of the official statements from Iraqi authorities, nor any credible research, currently suggest that the revaluation process is in its final phase. The focus remains on strengthening Iraq's banking sector, enhancing security, and ensuring the economy is resilient, factors that must be in place before any revaluation can be seriously considered. Iraq pushes for U.S. travel advisory change. Frank 26, another veteran voice in the currency community, pointed to a recent media report stating that the Iraqi government had formally requested the United States to reconsider its travel advisory for Iraq. Frank interpreted this diplomatic move as part of Iraq's broader strategy to reshape its global image in preparation for major economic reforms. According to Frank, reducing or eliminating such warnings would signal to investors and foreign governments that Iraq is ready to re-engage on the international stage, perhaps even with a new exchange rate. Such gestures could pave the way for increased foreign direct investment and economic integration. Banking expansion. Abroad. Continuing his update, Frank 26 also relayed a report from his Iraqi contact, Firefly, who mentioned that Iraqi media had announced the opening of a new Iraqi bank in the United States. While not yet confirmed, Frank's associate, Walking Stick, has a contact, Aki, who is reportedly involved in managing a bank branch in Michigan. The Central Bank of Iraq has hinted at plans to establish more international branches of Iraqi banks. These banks would potentially serve as official exchange locations for individuals holding large denominations of dinar, sometimes referred to as 30 notes. According to Frank, an official list of these international bank branches may be released soon. Speculation versus market reality newshound guru Militiaman provided a practical reminder to investors and enthusiasts alike. He cautioned that trying to predict or front-run a major event like a currency revaluation based on news reports or rumors is rarely successful. Markets are unpredictable, and true revaluation events, when they occur, typically unfold in ways that defy conventional speculation. Militiaman emphasized that patience, careful observation, and rational decision-making are more effective strategies than attempting to time the market based on unconfirmed information. Strengthening Iraq's financial links with the U.S. newshound guru Claire referenced a notable statement from a senior government advisor in Iraq. The official, Salah, confirmed that Iraq is actively working to connect its national banking infrastructure with major U.S. financial institutions. This initiative is part of Iraq's broader plan to boost investor confidence, streamline international transactions, and promote long-term economic development. According to Claire, these steps show Iraq's commitment to aligning its economy with international norms and attracting greater foreign investment, setting the stage for future currency stability and reform. High anticipation in the currency community. Finally, Intel guru Bruce, speaking through his platform Wiser Now, reported that several independent sources indicated Thursday, May 1st, as a potential date for the start of currency exchanges. Although Bruce did not claim this as confirmed, he noted that the consistency of reports from 3 or more different sources was enough to renew excitement and anticipation. MNT Goat, another longtime voice in the community, shared a similarly optimistic outlook. He believes that Iraq's groundwork is largely completed, and that the nation stands at the threshold of transformative change. According to him, once the final political and economic levers are activated, the shift could be sudden and sweeping. Conclusion. In summary, the current landscape for both the Iraqi dinar and Vietnamese dong is filled with a mix of optimism, caution, and speculation. Vietnam's growing ties with the United States, Iraq's banking reforms, and various policy shifts all point to potential changes on the horizon. However, experienced analysts continue to advise careful judgment and patience. While many,